Guys, I have been doing martial arts for the better part of a decade, and I have yet to master instantaneous teleportation. Also, haven't figured out the chi blast thing. Starting to think may not be real. It's Paul, and today we are checking out Uncle Dane's Teleports Behind You, Nothing Personal Pardner. Let's get into it.
Guys, it's me. I'm whispering because I'm sneaking around again, just like old times, you know? Classic ninja-neering. Up to my old tricks. If you don't know what ninja-neering is, it's where you put a secret teleporter behind the enemy and go through it with a sentry gun and put it in a funny spot. The funny sentry, as it's been known to be called, because people laugh and laugh when they see the sentry gun in a funny spot. I'll be honest, it's kind of old news at this point.
Yeah, okay, this sounds really... Oh, let's get the camera so you guys can see my face. Guys, that sounds incredibly gimmicky. Yeah, I guess if you did it to like spawn camp, yeah, it sounds either really gimmicky or really kind of trashy. That said, in the real military, disrupting operations behind enemy lines is a long-standing tradition, right? That is what made airborne troops so incredibly revolutionary. The idea that aircraft could fly over the front lines, deposit even a small number of troops, and that those troops could attack the enemy or, if nothing else, either attack the enemy's soft supply and logistics lines in rear areas, preventing the frontline troops from getting valuable supplies, or even more important, getting the enemy to turn some or all of their forces to the rear and face away, diverting them from the main attack. It was a huge game changer, especially when combined with armor, tank, like armor is the term for tanks in military parlance, armored like blitzes. So if you had an instantaneous teleporter, which is how it felt when fast-moving military aircraft were developed, this is exactly the sort of disruptive operation you would engage in.
I mean, you get a couple undeserved kills here and there, but that's pretty much it. I even tried some advanced ninja-neering, you know? Drop down out of the sky like a bird and just say, hey, you know, how about this funny sentry, huh? What's going on? What is this thing doing in here? Am I right?
What is this?
But they just run away. Get back here. I got a funny sentry. Why aren't you laughing at my funny sentry?
Uncle Dane loves playing engineer.
Laugh! But it got me thinking, you know, what if there was a different way? What if I could...
And we've talked about this in other videos, but the Sentry is cool. We don't have them, and in fact, a lot of military thinkers and philosophers are adamantly opposed to Sentry-like technologies that claim to be able to automatically choose to shoot at someone. While it sort of is really effective and clean and simple in Team Fortress 2, where one team wears red and one team wears blue, in the real world, it's really hard to identify the enemy. They wear camouflage, they are deliberately blend in with their environment, and it's not uncommon to have enemy soldiers dress in friendly uniforms, making it even harder still to distinguish them. Civilians, of course, wear all sorts of different clothes, ranging from old military uniforms to totally non-military stuff. So all that means that it would be really hard to have a programmable automated sentry gun type system or a drone that can choose its own targets or pick your AI warfare revolution that can meaningfully do this sort of target distinction.
Ninja-neer constantly teleporting behind the enemy over and over again, and that's where the perfect wrench for teleporting comes into play. You see, with the Eureka effect, you can teleport from anywhere on the map to spawn or to your teleporter exit, even if the exit isn't active. And inactive teleporter exits are pretty easy to hide in plain sight. So, in my opinion, this wrench is missing a pretty crucial upside stat. It gives the engineer the ability to place his spawn point anywhere on the map. Okay.
That's pretty crafty. Yeah, finding out what is going on in the rear areas is one of the greatest problems in warfare, right? Understanding what is happening behind your enemy's lines. Are they massing for an attack? Are they feinting? Where are they concentrating their logistics hubs? Where are their forces going towards or going away from? The ability to answer these questions is why some of the original special forces were developed. It's why some of the advanced satellite technologies were developed. It's why ultra-advanced aircraft like the U-2 were developed. If you can know what happens behind the enemy's line, behind the area of engagement, you can gain a decisive advantage as long as they don't get the same information on you.
So instead of getting countered by spies, you become the spy. Against the spy. This thing is literally right outside of their spawn door and they don't even know it's there, because why would you bother checking? And now I'm a real ninjaneer. How did I get here? My secret will remain a mystery. Need your health back real quick? Well, you also have access to an infinite amount of health and ammo at any time, and then you're back in the fight. And this
Wow. This is actually pretty wild.
spy thinks disguising
Did they nerf this? This is only a year old.
as me is going to help him, but it's not! In fact, if Spy and Scout had a baby, this is what it would look like, ladies and gentlemen. And sure is easy to kill people when you're not looking at you. I'm basically spawn camping as an engineer right now, and I haven't even built a sentry gun. Oh shit, they're mad. Spyro's chasing me. Ow, that's not fair. And I leave. That was a
Oh man, that is crafty as all get out. Man, slip in, slip out solves. I mean, again, it's fantastic technology, but like in the real world, if you can do this, if you could show up in your enemy's backfield, harass them, leave them not sure where you are, because here's the thing to remember, they don't know that he left. They are still going to have to operate with tremendous caution coming out of their spawn point. It's going to slow every aspect as you remember in Team Fortress 2, like in the real military, there's a continuous stream of soldiers, sure, all of the classes going towards the front lines, and if you can slow that process or disrupt it for a long enough time, those front lines are going to get starved out. They're going to lose the reinforcements they need to push an advantage or sustain a defense.
a close one, right guys? And I'm going back in. I call this trick a pop sniper to 180 kick bot, and then I'm going to do a classic triple flick on the pyro before the entire team decides to show up. Oh my god. The engineer is gone. I can build sentries all I want to help my team while I fight on the front lines, but there's nothing I can do. I must frag, and I must leave. Oh, that was a close one, right guys? And I'm going back in. But seriously, the power to appear behind someone when they least expect it is something that I don't think was ever intended for the engineer to possess. And while it's not the most helpful thing you can do for your team, it sure is fun. And
Again, a well-coordinated team, and this is the key, would understand when the engineer is creating the maximum chaos in the backfield and would take advantage of that, right? So if you were able to coordinate with your engineer who says, okay, engineer does his ninjaneer push, he disrupts their operations. At the same time he teleports, they all start to push out, say, from their spawn, right? Maybe with like an ubered heavy, and they hit into that enemy force, right? They push to take your objective or push the cart along the track, right? But because they're going to meet the enemy, the enemy is going to, some of them will die and some friendlies will die, but the enemy will not have friendlies coming to support it because they're going to be too busy dealing with the engineer in the backfield. This is tactically brilliant, and again, this is exactly how the U.S. airborne forces were used during D-Day, right? The 101st Airborne dropped behind the lines hours before the main invasion, where they were instructed to seize bridges, sabotage enemy defensive works, and generally create as much chaos as they could. And even though the drop into the France was chaotic and a lot of units were broken up and didn't land where they thought they were going to land, the 101st Airborne's just being there created so much chaos. Because imagine, through large parts of northern France, the Germans were getting reports of U.S. forces. So they weren't sure if they were still fighting in the beachheads, if they were deep into the country, right? And what exactly was going on. So that level of chaos and the difficulty in responding to it is an advantage all its own.
And it can be pretty addicting. And as you can see by this clip, people don't look behind very often. It's kind of sad. They just don't look behind.
Yeah. That's good.
What the fuck?
Cheeseburger chew.
Where the fuck did you come from, you little gremlin?
Off the goop on this one.
Right now. Oh, there's one.
What the fuck are you doing?
Dane, what the fuck?
This is just great. This is just pure entertainment.
You gotta tell me how you're doing that.
He was hiding up here. No, I see it. I see it.
You
Do
really
see
are
it?
like
Do
a
you
little
see it?
squirrel.
No,
Wait,
dude.
is there a
H-
teleporter up there?
look yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even place stickies on it. Oh, I can. Alright, hey Dane, come through your teleporter. Oh my god, I'm bad.
My God, that's so bad when you know it and you still get shellacked. Is Dane's name? Oh no, it says he blew up the teleporter.
He fucking gets the medic anyways.
Don't listen to Raspy, he's not actually bad. It's that Ninjaneering is just too good. Normally, there's an obvious visual indication when someone's about to appear at a teleporter exit, but let's watch what happened from Raspy's point of view. Yup, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I got out of
Okay, that is a crazy oversight by the devs. That's all this is. This is just pure oversight by dev action.
this situation. Well, it turns out that when you teleport to an inactive teleporter exit, you just kind of pop into existence. And not only is it really jarring, but it looks hilarious.
Once
No.
it finally
I
happens.
tried to delete them.
This is one of my favorite spots. No one ever finds it. It's really good. This guy found it. He was trying to camp it. You can't camp it, man. It's too fast. It's just
That's pretty wild. I mean, this is like so unbalanced, honestly. But I understand, like if I were to do it, I would still like not last that long and really just waste my time. This is also a testament to Uncle Dane's just like fundamental 1v1 skill.
too good. And I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm dead. 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 I'm alive. Here, have that. All right, I'm out. And I leave. And I leave. And I leave. And I leave. And I leave.
Yeah, this part where you withdraw, this is the tough part about real-world airborne operations, where while he has that wrench to pop him right out, when you drop airborne forces into an enemy's, backfield, you've got to get them out. And the only way to get them out is to push offensively and do a link up with them. And it is, link ups are delicate, they're hard, because again, you know that somewhere in front of you, if you're that armored column pushing to link up with your airborne forces, you know that somewhere out there is mostly enemy, but at some point, someone will be airborne forces. And how do you do that coordination? How do you know when you've seen a friendly? And then how do you know to where the friendlies end and the enemy begins? It's really hard, especially in the era before things like GPS or beacons or radio. Back in the old days, it was a really, really delicate operation.
And I leave.
I am the spy.
And I'm going back in. He's still trying to camp. You can't camp it. It's too good. Just in engineering, it's too good, man. You can't do it. Another really useful trick is that you can just teleport back to spawn whenever you want and switch to the Frontier Justice when your gun has kills on it. It's really good. Oh, somebody sapped all my stuff. That's all right. We should be able to time it just right. And...
Sentry down!
That was just a level of trolling that we all can aspire to. There is no military equivalent to trolling in the real world. You just are as effective as possible.
You didn't see anything. No, he found it. The jig's up. All right, it's time for a little bit more advanced in engineering. And what I mean by that is you can stand on this little tiny pixel and you can see everything from up here. Nature in its purest form.
Spy behind us.
My plan is to jump down and play.
Okay, the Wojak sniper is just brilliant, truly brilliant.
The Sentry on that little ledge there when they least expect it, when they're all looking the other direction, and they'll never see it coming. They'll never even expect it. This guy's trying to get up here.
Is Enja here?
No, he shot. All right, I don't think I'm gonna get any better chance than this. And okay, I missed. I missed the thing. No, we can still do it. They're all looking the other direction. It's the funny sentry. Dude, it's the funny sentry. No, engineer, get out of here. No, stop it.
Oh, man, he really wanted that highlight clip.
Oh, this sucks. It's official, man. There's no...
Yeah, how do I feel about highlight clips? Well, I don't know. I feel like a better content creator than me would take all my Twitch streams, which, by the way, I am on Twitch. And in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be streaming a lot. So you guys should make sure to subscribe to me on Twitch and join me when I show up, right? Because to make Twitch partner, I need, people to watch me. So that's my goal. But yeah, I definitely would love to start parsing out the best or worst clips of my streams.
No better way to engineer than this. It's just too fun. You get in, pop a couple shots in someone's back when they aren't looking, you get out, rinse and repeat. I mean, nobody sees it coming. This guy doesn't even know where he came from, let alone me. And this dude's having the time of his life as sniper.
I am the spy.
I am the Ninjaneer. I have become one with the Ninjaneer.
I just want to point out, I think he's been pretty consistently red fighting blue in this whole video, which really helps me keep track of what's going on because I'm kind of an idiot.
Oh no, I'm low health. Now what will I do? Oh, that's right. Go back to the resupply cabinet. And you know what? While I'm here, might as well switch to the Frontier Justice since my sentry gun randomly killed 2 more people. I mean, really, what could be more annoying than an engineer who is always behind you, always full health, and now has guaranteed crits?
Yeah, there's no war analogy for this. This is like impossibly overpowered.
I mean, what could be more annoying than an engineer who basically has a spawn room at his disposal from anywhere on the map? I must be distracting half their team at this point. There's just no way that they'll be able to win. It's such a huge disadvantage. Oh, wow, they won. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Engineer is a defense class. Oh, yeah, okay, buddy. Could a defense class do this? The only thing I'm defending is that overhyping this subclass of a subclass is still funny after 8 minutes of doing it repeatedly. I'll take that one to the grave.
Cool.
Wait. Hang on. Back up. Back up. Rewind the clip. Did you guys just see what happened there? I killed someone? I telefragged someone. Yeah, you can still telefrag people.
I don't know what telefragging is. I hope he teaches me. Oh, is it when you kill someone by teleporting right on top of them?
Got him. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just dancing to the wall over here. And what's up, Pyro? I think it's a combination of people just not looking down and the default view models being so comically huge on the screen that make people walk over these. Oh, fuck!
We've all been there.
So here I am.
I feel like I feel like I have not been telefragged.
Behind them all the time, cause I'm behind them all the time, and I'm behind them all the time. Hello? Hello?
Oh wow, it's me, having been disconnected from my internet. Those of you that were on the stream earlier today know that's exactly what happened.
So here...
I'm actually kind of freaking out because, as you can imagine, if you have a burgeoning streaming career and your internet randomly cuts out all the time, you don't really have a burgeoning streaming career.
Here I am, I'm behind...
It's me, but totally real!
Whoa!
Lazy purple! I am not a bot,
But did I mention yet how being behind the enemy with the Frontier Justice is really good yet? I mean, look at this clip.
I was actually really hoping for a Lazy Purple cameo. I was excited. Now I'm let down.
Blue's team is about to push, and I've been waiting for this moment. Ignore this part where I whiff this first shot, but it doesn't matter. Nobody knows I'm here. They're just dying. Every single one of them. Gone. Pub push canceled. I win, dude.
Wow. This is an insanely high level of engineering play.
Engineer is powerful. And now they've gone all pyro for some reason, so I'm perpetually on fire. But don't worry, I can just teleport back to spawn whenever I want.
No. Real medical evacuations actually are somewhat more complicated. They depend on what's sometimes called the golden hour. The golden hour means the 60-minute window from injury after injury, right? And if you can get a casualty to medical care within that 60 minutes, the rate of casualty survival goes up tremendously. And so the military has oriented their casualty evacuation, filthy casuals, casualty evacuation process around that golden hour. So that's why they have standby medevac helicopters, right? Medical evacuation helicopters that you can just call in and they'll help you out. When we planned patrols, we would have designated helicopter landing zones no more than, I think it's like 30 minutes away from wherever we would be. So like if we were going to patrol for an hour, we would have one on one end, one on the other end. So even as you passed a certain point, you switched which LZ you were going to go to. And all that is done in the service of ensuring that you can get a casualty to medical care in that golden hour.
I didn't think this spot would actually work. Watch, it's so dumb and so risky, but the engineer calls to me. He says, go in, and so I'm in. I'm just right in the middle of everything. And look, I get one guy, so, it was definitely worth it. I didn't think this would work either because, it never does, but sometimes you just got to sit back and wait for the right time to make your move. Oh, shit, that's not good. Yeah, that's definitely not good. We're going to have to make our move. All right, here we go. All right, we did it. An engineer successful. The funny Sentry is funny. The enemy team is trolled. I'm a badass cool guy, who totally...
I'm a troll.
He didn't waste his time sitting on an invisible prop for 7 minutes. I am basically just truly blessed. And,
hashtag blessed.
Yeah. So, yup. Enough said.
He's got some cool clip that he's just itching to use.
This sniper thinks he can scope at me, but nope, I'm gone. Bye-bye. Where did I go? Oh, I don't know, but I'm back. Hello.
That's brutal.
Bye.
Like we talked about, you think the enemy's there, or you think they've left, and they're not. It's tremendously chaotic to have someone in your backfield.
See ya.
Because remember, in conventional warfare, your recon assets, your eyes, they're going to be forward. They're always going to push forward.
Sayonara.
So they're not even going to be looking, why would you have drones eyeing your supply routes? It's ridiculous, right? But then when an enemy shows up there, you've got to divert your eyes back there to try to find them.
Spencer, where's your teleporter? Dude, wait, dispensers can't build teleporters? I'll give you a hint. It's not in here, buddy. It's not in there. Nope, still not in there. You're getting warm, a little warm. No, you're getting cold. You're getting colder. Ice cold. Definitely not in there. Ice cold. Oh. Hot. No, hot. Definitely hot.
Guys, that was some impressive Uncle Dane action. Thanks so much for joining me. First off, remember I stream, I don't know, a lot, but I'm going to be moving entirely to Twitch, so definitely follow me. Be sure to join the Discord. That's the place to get all the latest news on whatever the hell I'm doing. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one.